It's unconventional. It's an unconventional way to approach it, and it has been working out for them. And like Coach Milan said, when someone figures it out, slide into the DMs.
I feel like that's been the key for this year, at the beginning of the year with T1 and playing that double duelist for DRX. Look at where they are, also going into that lower final four today. And we are not seeing changes. So Kaya going on the Waylay, the double initiated, you were speaking about Zage with the Breach and the Soba. I think that we did not, this deep into the tournament, it could be a little bit of a curveball, but especially with how little time you have and how high the stakes are, it gets more difficult to make those adaptations. And Fnatic has decided to start on the defense.
Yeah, I think they know that they have pretty good at that, but also like if NRG picked that map, they know how Fnatic plays. And as we said earlier, Fnatic doesn't change their game that much, and Funkar knows it. He talks about it on Ascent. So like right now, if they have good prep, they should know what Fnatic is doing. Yeah,
a good read goes a long way. Zage, before we let you go, my friend, who you got winning this one?
I think NRG.
You think NRG?
Yeah. I cheer for Fnatic because they're my friends. But I think NRG should win because Fnatic is really readable on this map.
I think that someone that we need to look at here as well is Boaster. I think that he was doing pretty well in the Omen in the first map. When he moves on to the Astra, that has to skyrocket, especially when we're speaking about dealing with mid and how they have to act onto it. Those fake smokes, just trying to get the right timings and getting into the right positions to try and be on top of what NRG is doing on the attack.
NRG are one map away from being able to compete for the Champions Trophy. Fnatic surely does not want to give them that opportunity. Fnatic needs to fight back in order for them to force that map 3. Listen it back over to your casters. Here's Pansy and Hypoc yet again.
Pressure moments now, Michael. A lot of people would have looked at this and seen Fnatic potentially in map 1 being favored there, but against the odds, NRG staking their claim.
Against the odds is really what I want to tap into here, because NRG have just won out. But at one point in that map, I think Mother actually finished at 4 and 12 in terms of the opening duels, but he was sat at 7 and 17. And again, they are recovering rounds that historically teams aren't able to flip versus a team like Fnatic. The ones that are able to convert advantages time and time again, NRG actually flip the script on them. So again, it's got to be a blow to Fnatic. And no strangers to this sort of stage, but NRG certainly getting a haymaker off here to open the series.
Oh yeah, and all that devotion and desire that Fnatic have always had for that final that they never quite made, for that one title that has evaded them. And they face down a true underdog here, who have turned up and made it look like their day. But it's map 2, it's Abyss, and it will be NRG on the attack.
Revealing area. Start off here. Very quickly going to dip his toes. What's this? Actually nearly caught off, but catches a lot of information and utility here. Yeah, immediately NRG spring into action.
Yeah, look at that burst, look at the split, straight through middle as well. It's a lovely crunch. It's lucky the Kayak's still breathing, honestly. At this point, they've lost Kron and Boaster, though. All so focused towards trying to get that A main fight going in their favor, but Scuba, lovely check there, does catch Alpha, just seen a glimpse, but it's Crashies to find Ethan. And there's layers on this. Scuba will not be moved! How's he standing still? And he's on the run. Alpha has got to find these players, and they are just evacuating the area. They don't want to give him a chance at this, and Marder feels like the checkmate. Again, just spotting him. Scuba, exceptional beginnings.
Just ridiculous again. Low HP, up against the ropes, able to deliver here in the pistol round. But yeah, this pinch is so fast from NRG. Fnatic caught completely off guard.
Well, because you had kind of what Kron trying to set up maybe
they're the ones, Fnatic are the ones trying to actually go forwards on the map. Find themselves a kill and get away, but amounts to nothing. But again, drawing out the utility early on. Beautifully orchestrated there by NRG.
Fnatic going to be walking up, though. Looking for a brawl here. Scuba does have the Phantom. He's looking to find a bit of a corner to play from, but he has support, right? Not standing alone here. So Kayak not going to get what he wanted at all. Spot out another player, and they're sitting back a little bit further. You can't have isolated fights if you want to get something going here. And again, there are still 2 pistols. And that being Brock and Ethan, so as long as they recover these, it's fine. He's giving it up. Smarter choice there, trying to give nothing away.
Yeah, Fnatic really going to get themselves off the starting block here. The second round, at least.
Scoop is so close to that ult as well, man.
Yeah, early progress for him is massive in terms of this first ult cycle for NRG. And due to how it's panned out here for Fnatic, obviously not going to be, well, probably a round or two behind in terms of this first cycle, but yeah, we'll resort back towards potentially a proactive play outside A. But NRG have just been so robust in terms of utility usage, in terms of bodies in the right place. Well, to say that, Marder caught off guard.
Yeah, Marder's, again, NRG were able to do it without Marder having to be the headliner. Here, I think he needs to find a little bit more of that comfort. Hard against Kayak, especially when he's being played in as well. But still, it's something that we're going to have to keep track on. It's an early show of force over towards B, but the intention, not sure if it's there, considering where the spike is.
Certainly just a feel is sent out towards Alpha. How do you want to slow down, again, considering map 1, not necessarily feeling like they're at a deficit right now. Side of the head count. Drone will spot nothing for Crashies, but will put Kayak onto a deeper line once more.
Oh, it's lovely. Simply lovely for Kayak. Picking up where he left off after map 1. You're looking at the scraps of what remains of NRG. Can they make something out of nothing, though? Incredibly hard in a 2v4.
Forced to adjust the plant.
Som.
Yeah, the stun comes through, a little bit of a spam, but nothing actually connecting here.
Scuba's still got that ult. I mean, Som's trying to play ahead here. Maybe try and get himself one for free. Try and get those odds looking better. That's not bad. But the number's still so good for Fnatic. But Scuba is yet to die. Finally meets his fate. As Fnatic will keep 2 standing and a defuse now.
Draw out maybe an extra rifle that Fnatic wouldn't have wanted to lose here. Round on the board regardless. You noted as well, Scuba, the result, Som also putting his ult into the 4th round here. Kayak doing so well to find Ethan on the back end of this play. Just to trim the fat a little more ahead of NRG finding their way onto site. A couple of regens in play here for Fnatic, and actually Crashies down on...
Oh, they still want to test this, Mike.
The Guardian, yeah, gonna... Oh, well, walk into actually the heaviest stack that NRG have positioned here.
Back in a flash.
This is scary, though. This time, he's going to respect it. Goes back in for seconds, but again, the out drone is going to find him. How long does he stay around on this? No, he has to back away. Burning a lot of the util, though, but the ult going to come in. This could be their springboard. Kron just straight into the dark there. Don't think he saw him, but maybe. As Kayak looks to get involved here. Can't quite do it. NRG still going to be unwilling to relent, still trying to find their footing on the side. Brock up top, raining in bullets from above. And Boaster fancies to go and gets his head ripped off.
Yeah, NRG just picking Fnatic apart here towards A site. Alpha on the flank here, the awareness is already there.
Yep.
Whereabouts he resides. 3 left to find Scuba, again tagged up, but it will be a clean 1v3.
Wouldn't it just be mental if he did this? If there was anyone else, your mind might start to wander. But he commands the respect that he sometimes earns in these moments, but it'll be a very long road here, and that time pretty much defining this now. NRG giving him no quarter, no chance. You can see what he can do when it starts going. He's going to put the pressure on him, though. Make him react, eats the flash, will be forced off. Time is gone, and NRG showing no fear in these fights, Mike.
Yeah, a chance for maybe Fnatic to stop them at the front door, but I think as soon as Kayak's not able to land his utility and slow things down. This is with Chronicle finding a freebie, as you noted, through the smoke. But Brock just does so well to break the crosshair placement, force Crashies and Chronicle to react.
Oh, boys.
I think, yeah, the intention is to stop them on the way in, but NRG just bulldoze or brute force their way onto site.
It starts feeling harder and harder to stop them at the front door, right? You start losing out those fights. And this will be a lighter purchase from Fnatic, so you've got Stingers and Sheriffs. The Kayak, though, a chance to get involved, and it was a very short-lived chance. Scuba is on an absolute tear so far.
Yeah, picking up from the work he was doing at the end of Ascent here, certainly carrying it across to Abyss. Alpha on the hunt here, Roaster alongside him, but another round where NRG are just happy to freeze. Force the hand of Fnatic, put them into these uncomfortable positions. There's only actually Alpha with the Sheriff here, so Plant will come through, looking as if they will find a consolation here, considering the range.
Trip of the wall, Scuba. Eyes turn. The Boaster, he might have contact with first. You can see Alpha already getting up towards window, but Boaster gets found, so just on Alpha now. And looking to try and go down swinging, but still going down nonetheless. So as it stands, 4-1, Fnatic need to get a grip on this game. They've got ult coming in now, but this scoreline gets stressful.
But also seeing a reaction from the coach booth, you're almost anticipating a very early timeout from Fnatic, potentially on the back of this round to come. I just don't think there's anything that's... I mean, the first map you can talk about conceding first bloods, that's something that will throw NRG off their game plan. Like I said, a lot of those were untraded. It wasn't as if NRG was springboarded off there. They were able to actually navigate their way through the mid-round time and time again.
2-2-1, excuse me, 3-2 split. Still showing some intention towards middle, and you can see the reaction. Fnatic have put a lot of bodies to this, maybe a little bit worried after that first round that we saw when that early split came towards A, but patience. Good catch there, at least from Crashies, to note there are bodies behind this early show of utility.
And nobody really noting Kayak. Again, will be expected with how they've played outside A. NRG for the first time towards some sort of commitment up mid here. I thought Chronicle maybe was going to get tagged that through the smoke,
That looked bang on, but not to be. Slow and steady. They go in towards the one man who has been terrifying. It should be seen here. Marder, relay this. But to move someone like Kayak, you've got to be on your A game. To threaten someone like Kayak, you've got to be ready. You're throwing everything at him, simply everything to force him off this. And it's given NRG the sight now.
Plant will come through.
30 seconds left.
See, Mother looking to really push forwards here. Quite deep in, but Chronicle's going to punish it.
I don't mind it. I want to see him take those risks, get involved. But a 1-for-1 trade, they've lost Crashies on one side here, into the deeper post plant for NRG, leaving just some on the site who now needs to move back a little bit. Ethan still showing a bit of a nuisance. That presence, that positioning could put Alpha on a platter. Som back in the action though. Fnatic's trying to take steps here. Ethan needs to be present. He has to show interest. He has to keep them on their toes because NRG in the back line's now being threatened. Alpha, Kron in unison. It's Scuba who's been a monster so far. Can he do it to Alpha now? The time is ticking. Scuba, can you hold your nerve?
Absolutely insane from Scuba so far. Red Bull clutch here to find NRG's 5th round. Well, it looks like Fnatic are able to turn the tides, get themselves back towards sight. Absolutely beautiful from him. Sitting at 11-1 right now. Like I said, coming alive on the back end of Ascent. Delivering for NRG here. As I said, anticipating an early timeout from Fnatic. Considering the reaction we saw just a couple of rounds ago, certainly feeling as if the game plan is off. Execution, sure, understandable. You take that round by round, but the game plan needs an adjustment here.
It does. This is where your coach is.
Earn the money.
Yes, absolutely. At 5-1, you look bigger picture, right? Fnatic have been chasing this final what feels like a lifetime, pretty much.
Absolutely, yeah.
And as much as we can talk about the moment and they'll try and stay focused round by round and, you know, in the moment itself, to deny that weight is in their minds would be naive. For someone like Boaster, for someone like Chronicle, Crashies, Kayak, all of these players, that's what they're chasing here. And for NRG, they have set the bar high, playing without fear. Looking like the favorite somehow.
This is the thing as well, and GB actually totally agree with what he said, playing with house money. They're the ones that almost have, they don't need to defy expectations anymore. We're here, we're playing against Fnatic. Actually, let's take some risks. Like I said, they aren't playing as if their duelists just went 4 and 12 in the opening map.
I mean, the way Scuba's picking up the slack is wild. And Marta's doing his job, right? Like, he's doing what he needs to here. You're looking at what does Fnatic do to adjust. The game plan has to be good. You may not see it in this round, because we do have Sheriffs and just that Bulldog with Kron. So you eye up the rest, but I want to see a fight back from them. I don't want to see it clear cut. I want to see them look competitive here. Fnatic should not be going out with a whimper in these scenarios. But can they remind NRG who they are?
Fnatic almost anticipating NRG switching things up now. Out of their timeout. We'll have 3 players in the right place. Kayak being one of them. It is just Sheriffs they're walking into. Actually, I'm going to call the one with the rifle, but only a Bulldog. Doubtful he's really going to be able to keep the rest of NRG at bay.
They take mistakes, and that's something that's not really happening. Look at the smother on the site, right? Very, very perfectly placed, but a miss from Marta. Tees up Chronicle. There's still Kayak here. Don't forget about him. He's actually got a nice bit of timing and a nice corner to play from, but he gets seen. Ethan, the safe pair of hands, finding 3 and extinguishing any problems that could have been building. Now Alpha's made it over here, but he's getting no look in.
But what's key is actually Som's ultimate obviously pinging out. Kayak's reposition here. NRG in terms of target priority, able to find, I think Chronicle even finds one seemingly clean ahead of this execute coming through, but NRG just able to smother the entire site here. I mean, you've got to see a response from Fnatic.
Yep. Well, it's a different start. We don't have Kayak on this side of the map here. We have Boaster posted up towards A. You've got Crashes beside him, 2 ults.
Yeah, because that previous round is the one that actually draws a body from Fnatic towards the other side.
Okay, so instantly going to try and sit back deeper, but look at the TP here. Ethan going to send the Paranoia and trying to be a little cheeky. He's into the smoke! Audacious play, and Crashes is having none of that. But Marta's got the back line. You're going to have the post out from the Hunter's Fury coming in, but Marta looking like he wants to go hunting. You see the temptation. NRG wanted a brawl.
Yeah, they are chomping at the bit to take this fight towards spawn. Yeah, but so much pressure's coming through. Crashy's still under fire, under pressure. Able to
take flight.
Steady himself here. Will drone through to try and identify something.
I'm still looking at this late flank from Marta coming in. He is a mile away, and he can be set up for success. Now, when does he pull the trigger, though? Brock going to try and be the distraction. Is gorgeous from Brock. Bullying the big boys here. NRG making this damn hard work. Som, slippery as well on the site. Look at this crossfire. You clear one. Did you expect Scuba? No. And now you got Brock and Scuba. Scuba is unrelenting. 3 kills. This is his map.
Scuba is just going absolutely berserk right now.
God, the guts to be doing that.
Yeah, and again, NRG now starting to lean into it, creating this little pocket on the top of site here.
Look at this. Like, someone's like, yeah, no, I'll go down for this, I'll go down for this, don't worry. There's Scuba. He ain't done on one. Spins around. Look at this guy. You can feel it now, Mike. 7-1. There's something happening here.
Fnatic absolutely locked out of this first half.
Trying to play in Kayak. And Marta put him on notice, but staying alive.
Another broken purchase as well. Obviously, the rifle in hand for Kayak. Almost desperation mode. Try and find a recovery. But back to the point where NRG can slow things down once more. Going into the pressure of this scoreline. Ultimate's available, 2 away for Brock, but side of Fnatic, obviously nothing to really lean on here. Alfie has adjusted his setup ever so slightly. I don't really think Boaster and Alpha are in a position to find kills off the back of this utility.
Let's see, Paranoia in, TP, site's theirs. Is there any threat before plant? You're looking at Alpha, but he's already been checkmated. Ethan got his number easily, and he's been good on this side of the map here, Ethan, and he is again. the guardian of it, and Scuba controlling mid. Nothing is working for Fnatic. This is worrying signs here.
Really is. NRG just completely outclassing them. Kayak obviously does have the rifle, but doesn't necessarily want to feed into any of these ultimates now that are on the brink. Will give NRG just such a comfortable position towards the back end of this first half.
And I know we've talked about the comeback capability with Fnatic, but that narrative, I'm not going to read into it 1 to 7, 1 to 8. I need more than that. I need a buffer, because we've already seen the capability individually on NRG.
We talk about those sort of things not being, we talk about repeatable success, right?
Sure.
It's not as if you go, oh yeah, but they've come back before, it's fine. It never feels fine when you watch them.
No.
It's always, and it takes so much to be able to do it when people like Scuba are doing what they're doing. You can see how confidently they're playing.
One enemy remaining.
Right now, in terms of, like I said, their game plan doesn't really look like it's there for Fnatic, whereas NRG, let's say you can prepare for this. The anti is not necessarily something you lean on versus a team like Fnatic, because they are fairly linear in terms of what they like to do and stick to their guns, but here we've not really got anybody delivering for Fnatic.
No.
There's nothing to really believe in here.
Give us something. Then here's Kayak is going for a wander. You talk about confidence. He's trying individually to spark something, and it just falls flat.
Yeah, fairly indicative of maybe the discussions in the comms for Fnatic here. Crashies still looking to secure mid, but I mean, just look on the minimap of where that kill's happened.
Yeah.
And what they even really benefit from Kayak finding a kill in that scenario. I said they didn't really benefit on Ascent in so many of the rounds that NRG were able to flip on their head. Tom just one away from his ult once more. Pings on the minimap. Looks like Alpha might have some company very soon.
Okay, but can he do anything, right? It just feels like the gates are open for NRG. Alpha is notorious, however. Always a threat, but he can't stand really against this. He decides to dip back in. Fancies to go himself. You can see how all-encompassing the site take is. There's very little room for error. Brock up to where he was before, and Alpha! A messy shot there, Mike. I'm seeing mistakes where we don't see them.
Yeah.
I'm seeing individuals looking a little off.
Like I said, usually in some of these deficits that you see Fnatic in, it's like there'll be a player popping off, and that's who Fnatic get behind.
Like spark and yeah, go behind, but there's no one. Even Kayak's not really had much play. It feels like he can't really get into much of these. Alpha's been a little quiet. Kron,
dare I say absent?
Yes. You need one of the three, really. And right now you got none.
No. Like I said, NRG have basically done all the hard work in terms of drawing an extra body towards B side of the map. Not really leaning on that too much. A couple of trade-off kills here, but
round's one.
Yeah, round's one. Obviously, it's not going to have a massive impact on the finances here.
Do you double timeout?
Yeah, I absolutely think you do. Yeah. I mean,
something's not going right, to say the very least. A 1 to 9.
Like I said, even in Fnatic, I guess across this year, you never really see them get deeper and deeper into the strat book, right? We have set pieces, we have the overall ethos for this team, but this is where we kind of test the uncharted territory for Fnatic in terms of what do you actually switch up here without something to, you know, just something to
make me believe.
Pin hopes, yes, exactly.
Get me back on board. And Alpha again, isolated and alone. He does have Kron slowly creeping over, but Alpha wants to try and make the play. It starts to feel desperate at this point, but maybe that's what they need. A reason to believe. One is a start, he needs more. His support's already fallen. He's pinned to the wall. There's no getting out of this. A flank from Kayak. Maybe that's the saving grace. But already NRG trying to find that stability. Nice from Kayak. Deep in the back lines. But he can't double down on this. Ethan already finds him. It's a 3v2 advantage NRG.
Most up. So he does have the Odin as well, but not going to be this sort of situation where he's going to potentially find a kill here. NRG able to comfortably reset away from sight.
When do you start looking at saving? I mean, you're at 1 to 9. You got to go for something, but already there's a flank in play as well. If all goes wrong, there is still a line behind it. And Boaster's lost as Crashies now. There is not much to do but die here as Storm looking to be the one to put him down. Brought to the knees at 10 to 1. Fnatic not even being given the chance to die on their feet.
No, not even having a say in some of these rounds. And the thing is, this is where the Harbor can really shine, creating these ratty pockets that force out very awkward re-clearances from Fnatic on the way back in when they're already at a disadvantage. Som absolutely channeling
These guys
into
have never
that.
played against us. These guys have never played against us before.
Again, it throws off the tendencies. Absolutely right. It's like there's actually situations where they're not familiar with clearing some of these spots out, and a player really overstaying their welcome. A 10-1 scoreline. NRG on the brink of shutting this down.
Certainly are. A little bit of a TP. Ethan gonna be found first there, so Kayak still trying to play his life out. Finally, it feels like in the right place. Maybe he can handle this. And Crashies, I like this approach.
Absolutely. See, Alpha has fallen here. Marder, curious.
Marder, ooh, toying with him. And Marder does
So
pin down
sharp.
Crashies. So we're back down to this 4v3 advantage NRG. Kill by kill, they've got to be feeling this now. That grand final is so close here.
Yep. Certainly within touching distance here. Kayak tagged up, 86 HP, no shield behind this. Still trying to catch somebody off guard, but as we can see, NRG
Who's next?
still in a fantastic position to take the B site once more.
30 seconds
Chronicle
left.
will have his ult, find a kill here, but it's not the situation where Fnatic have found kills.
Nope. This feels like we are watching the downfall of a team very poorly prepared for this. Maybe banking on map 1. You don't get to do that here, though. As Marder waits. That's a flash and falls away. Doesn't outstay his welcome. Burns a lot of that util initially, though. The deeper line being controlled. Som, slip ahead a bit. Squad out 1. Fnatic still struggling on the cross here. Only going to get Boaster on the site on the tank,
Oh
but
my
look
God.
at it, man. It's a firing squad. NRG in full, absolute control. 11 to 1, nearly flawless.
Barely breaking a sweat in this first half. But on the other side, Fnatic have to be sweating themselves.
It's got to be a nightmare for Fnatic. Can they wake up for it? All right, NRG on that dream run.
Yeah, let's go.
It ain't a mistake. It's
No, yeah.
11 to 1.
Do not adjust your screens.
No, you are seeing what could be an unbelievable end result here as we do check in on the Coinbase Econ report. I mean, Scuba
No
deserves...
surprises whatsoever to see
No.
that name here.
But what an upswing in form, because I could kind of see it from some other players on the big stage. I'm like, cool, yeah, absolutely. But Scuba's just been kind of like, you know, quietly working away, doing his job. But here,
Yeah, like I said, the back end of Ascent and the first few rounds here on Abyss basically put this on a platter for NRG to capitalize, and Fnatic left licking their wounds. I mean, broken, battered, and bruised after that first half. And it's such a small margin for them to find something in the second half. And obviously, slight advantage in terms of the pistol round win rate, but they certainly need this to be clean in the opening 5 or 6 rounds here.
yeah. All right. Fnatic, can you make us pay attention?
Look at NRG, stacked 4 up mid.
Bloody hell, if anyone walks that way.
Blocking
B's
vision.
open. Like, surely Kayak at this point is going, guys, there's no one here. Something weird's going on, but Marta is going to see 3. So good info there. Fake didn't really sell much because they've actually still got this stack. So flash out. They pause there. I think Fnatic don't like that they've just walked into something a bit bizarre.
But the issue being that NRG have read the fake on B and rotated away from that. I don't think Fnatic are necessarily going to get fully ahead of the timing here.
No. Well, I guess there's that question mark, though, for NRG. How far have they explored? Is someone a little bit deeper?
Yes,
They could be
yeah,
anywhere.
exactly.
So it does slow down rotations, could potentially play in alpha, but I mean, I feel like I'm clutching at straws when I'm seeing an 11-1. I can't ignore it, man. NRG, now just waiting. Don't need to hurry this too much. You've got the flank on the way. Further out, though. First contact made. Kayak and Crash, she's back-to-back damage. A necessity.
Now
and the
look at
late
Alpha.
presence from Alpha
Yeah.
is coming in. That's key here. Boy, the Ethan is still alive. And maybe battered and broken, but still breathing for now. Up towards heaven, kept safe by the smoke, but Alpha's presence alone is an issue.
One enemy remaining.
That's
Now,
Chronicle finding matter as well,
That's
yeah.
lovely. Okay, it's a step. It's a step. Seeing Chronicle trying to give it there, and the cam sounds and looks like a fight song at a funeral, but maybe I'm wrong. 2 to 11, they've taken the step, Mike.
Absolutely. Concern being, though, NRG, you can already see them toying with some fairly wild ideas here. Certainly want to rely on the fact that there's a massive buffer between these two teams here on Abyss. Be well flushed out here in terms of the round 2 purchase for Fnatic. We'll just be Alpha and Boaster bringing pistols in, though. Like I said, the opening 5 or 6 rounds for me here needs to be... Oh, hang on. Simon Mada already trying to take the initiative here, testing the Fnatic players even further, but...
I don't mind a bit of aggression. You've
No,
got rounds
absolutely,
to
yeah.
play with.
Like I said, they have a huge buffer to just get really weird in some of these rounds.
And as long as we don't see those, like, when it gets a bit closer, seeing those weird broken buys when they're over-investing a bit.
Yeah,
it's
one
still got,
person's
like, a
down on...
bulldog
Yes,
or
exactly,
something.
yeah.
I
Missing
like to
Q2
take their
or a
time.
shield or
Yep.
down on a Guardian and
Player
whatnot.
standing.
NRG.
Flawless.
Give this one up. Flawless round here for Fnatic.
Round at a time, I guess.
Crash has made very decent inroads towards his ultimate.
But this is the first challenge, right? Like, you look at the buy coming out from this. This is the tester.
Yeah, it is.
There is no chance for mistakes if you're Fnatic. If we're going to genuinely talk about it, there is no chance for
I mean,
error.
you get reset once and it's
It's done.
wraps. NRG looking a little more traditional here in terms of formation, but happy to put Scuba on an island, rightfully so.
Oh, the guy's been filthy with it. Marta again, though, willing to take a risk and takes their life. Oh, a third is fantastic. Fnatic caught asleep at the wheel and punished for this.
Exactly the sort of round the Kayak was pushing forwards for them. Marta capitalizes here. 3 huge kills.
Oh, it's magic for them. The first real chance for Fnatic to even believe in themselves gets crushed under that. So it falls to Alpha and Kron. 2 players who can excel. But Brock's got his number, man. Doesn't need to take any real risks on this either. Pick your poison.
Spike making his way over towards Scuba here. Alpha a little disconnected, trying to play towards cutting somebody off, but NRG happy to sit back on these numbers now.
So you've put your faith in Kron to win a 1v1, and Alpha needs to get you a kill. He can't. He was tracked the whole way. Brook on it, NRG! It's 12 rounds, and it's flawlessly achieved.
Just such an upswing once more for NRG. To pull out this sort of performance versus Fnatic, Mada just goes insane here.
Nice magic from him. That's got to be something to remember there. Getting your team to 12.
Considering his map 1 performance where really struggled, like I said, NRG weren't capitalizing off of him laying his life down, but certainly here now, firing on all cylinders, NRG. Get any more than a whimper here from Fnatic in the second map.
The pace now on the shoulders of Kayak. Looks for the first, he finds it. Drops down Scuba, who's been the final boss of this. Boaster played in on 1. Still trying to stay alive. We've got Brook, Ethan, and Mada. For that plan, though, it's not in yet. Brook looking to maybe get that timing right here, but Alpha fully aware. Gotta be careful!
Oh my God!
And what a shot from Brook. That's a problem. And a little bit of hesitation on the cross-up, a little bit of, oh my God, Mada, what a shot is that? But it's a 2v3, they're not out of the woods just yet. There's problems just about everywhere. Ethan puts his life on the line. The spam so close but not connecting. Brook, 10 more seconds until the dart's back up, but he can gap close, he can get in their face, he tries to catch him.
Oh my word.
They've gotten away, and Crashes has his ult. He's got util. They have everything they need to secure this round, but Brook, can you make something out of nothing? This is not the round you should be winning. But a chance. 3 HP. He's trying everything he could. The Fnatic holding on for 4.
I mean, I'm getting so worried when you see Fnatic still not having the spike even on the site. By the time the smokes drop, that kind of wave of pressure has already passed.
Looks like Ethan almost caught one of those crosses, right? You think, oh, if that was one before, you don't know what you're in for.
Mada catches one.
It was Mada, yeah,
and then
Mada.
Ethan and then Brook almost catches the retreat on the pullback smoke. But it's just 4 on the board for Fnatic.
It has to be perfection and nothing less. And once again, Mada is here. The downfall before. The out drone should be enough to force him away. It is.
Actually, big info that you see the TP has invested so far across the map. I think Fnatic really can capitalize on that. It's still being Scuba on the other side now.
Yeah.
Again, look at how hard they have to work to even just get themselves in front of a site. Now taking a casualty. Crashies does have Hunter's Fury now.
Okay. Mada, you double. Mada, if you do this. Can just TP away.
We're gonna probably
Info.
jump check this.
Lovely. Has a look, he still knows they're there. Brook gets called in. Everyone batten down the hatches, they're on the way. Kayak can't open things up on the backside. You're looking at Brook now, filling that space, playing up on that wall. It's been a problem for Fnatic to find their way forward, but Crash is going to find one, takes away Scuba, but Brook is waiting. They're just slipping into the smoke here. Chronicle's got some, but Brook's still standing, still surrounded. How is he still alive? Finally caught. It's Ethan and Mada. Back of the site for 1. But it's now a 2v4. It's a long road back.
Yeah, Mada tagged up as well, one away from his ultimate. Ethan will actually find Boaster as well. Second clearance is there, but Crashies shut down Mada.
Ethan, okay, handled. 3 survive. I'm not believing yet, Mike. I'm simply not believing yet. But I'm down for Fnatic to prove it round by round. I want to see what they have. But man, that felt like on a knife's edge, right? Like,
I mean, all of these rounds will be with Som throwing up these sorts of cutting sightlines the way he is. And players like Brook tucking onto the backside of it. It's just, it's such a treacherous sight to have to hit. We'll force out a timeout here from NRG, but to be honest, an opportunity for them to catch their breath a little bit.
because they're not in necessarily a hurry still, right? We really only talk about it when we get to 7, 8 rounds, maybe even further for some people. I tend to start paying a bit more mind at about 8. there is then the
Well,
chance of getting the economy
basically
behind
within
you.
it, yeah, a buy round or two considering that ult cycle, but
But it takes one round, one moment, one 3K from Marder, one backbone round from Scuba. It could all fall apart. So it's so fragile as it stands. Yes, Fnatic have done well. They've dropped one round this half so far. They've marched back 4. This is a long road.
how many times can you keep asking for the same sort of performances though from this roster to put themselves in positions where they just have no margin for error? It's got to be so taxing.
Mentally, physically, I don't know how they're still coming back in. Their heads held high, still in the fight. This round, only a sheriff so far for Scuba. So for Fnatic, an opportunity to get that 6th comfortably. But no mistakes.
Coming towards some of these ultimates for Fnatic. Obviously did see Crashies invest in the Hunter's Fury previously. NRG happy to go toe-to-toe once more outside A. Yeah, with Kayak and Chronicle making good progress is certainly where Fnatic's game plan will drift.
And I was interested to see how much they might try and dig Alpha out of that position. I think Boaster might have a good idea of what's going on here. No, 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 no! No! I thought Boaster knew! Marder's in their damn spawn! He's got a rifle! This can't be it. This can't be it. Keep the comms clean. Keep calm under pressure. NRG! There's no way this is the round! Marder! Like a dagger in the back! And now it's all possible. Alpha, Crashies, Kron have to lock the hell in, Mike. This could be a disaster in the making. There's no falling back. They have to fight forward.
Absolutely do. Forced into the waiting arms of NRG here. Marder still controlling so much in terms of pressure here. Fnatic are just huddled back. They have to be gifted a kill in this scenario to flip it.
They look dazed. They look stunned. Unsure of what just occurred. But with 28 seconds, you have to make your minds up. And it looks like it will end on a Brook willing, standing tall. Can he stand? God, he can! Drops the body, and Fnatic falling like flies. Marder investing the ult. He knows what's coming their way now. 10 more seconds. I can't believe what we've seen. It's unbelievable. NRG doubted but never defeated. Facing the giants of Fnatic and becoming legendary.
Absolutely insane from NRG today. I mean, overall across this series, playing from so many disadvantages. Even, I mean, the final round being the nail in the coffin. Marder able to really take this one away from Fnatic, but Scuba as well.
Absolutely.
What an upswing for that individual.
That was an unbelievable performance from them. And for Fnatic, all those doubts and fears will be reappearing. Not out of it yet, but the road gets infinitely harder.
Yeah, certainly a reality check for Fnatic. Again, doubt that they've come into this underestimating NRG, but caught completely off guard by their performance here.
God, have they elevated, Mike. This team, NRG. I mean, how can you not love an underdog story?